All right, everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Beckley Wrestling Show. We got Ohio State Buckeye, three-time state champ, four-time state finalist from Latrobe, PA. We got Vinny Kilkeary. How you doing today, bro?
I'm great. Thank you for having me on. Thanks for giving me the opportunity to do this.
Ah, bro, I appreciate you doing it, man. You definitely ain't the social media guy. So like I had to it took I was like, man, I gotta get a hold of Vinny to where like I've even like hit like half the Buckeyes and I was just like, yo, let Vinny know I'm trying to get at him.
Yeah, I'm not. I try to as much as I can stay off of Instagram and stuff. And if I use it, I'm on it for like 1 second and I don't check anything. And I don't have my notifications or anything on for it, so it just went by the wayside.
Nah, it's good, bro. I mean, it worked out perfect, man. The fact that we're able to link up, man, it's appreciated because I know you guys are getting ready for the season, man. How actually we'll jump right into it. How's it going? Because I know you jumped on some summer classes, jumped right into getting into Columbus. How's things going out there in Columbus for you, bro?
Oh man, I fell in love with it as soon as I got here. Just the like the atmosphere in the wrestling room, and even in like school's going great. I mean, I obviously did 2 classes in the summer, but now doing a full 16 credits now. It's like it feels smooth. I love it. I love being in this smooth like have a schedule, and just practices are awesome, and I the runs are awesome, and I'm just loving the process of just getting to where I want to be.
Absolutely, and I feel like the room that you decided to go to, like obviously I told you right before we got started, I'm a huge Buckeye guy. I keep it 100 with everybody. I mean, I've interviewed Penn State, Iowa guys. I mean, everybody, yeah, and enjoy them all good people. But I
Yeah,
mean, I'm a Buckeye fan, and so like whenever you committed, it was huge. It was huge because it was like you, Rocco, Brock Herman, Ryder Rogoski was like, man, we got another dog class coming in. And I mean, I think you were sitting at 17 pound for pound in the country, and I knew Heinzelman was leaving, so it was like lightweight McCrone and was there, but like it was like, hey, we need another dog at 125. And when they landed you, it was just huge for us as fans.
right.
It was Benny, you do some special things, bro. Like first off, the whip mule is no joke. I mean, I wrestled in it. That's where I came from. The same exact conference, same everything that you come from, and did some amazing things, bro. I mean,
I appreciate it.
yeah, I mean, you three-time state champ, four-time finalist. Like you think it's amazing, bro. It is, and you were like, what was it? You lost 12 now, 131 and 12. I mean, that's a high school. And bro, whenever you're wrestling where you did, that's not an easy feat, bro.
Yeah,
So I'm
definitely.
proud of you because I know as a fan, we're proud of you, bro.
I really appreciate it.
So outside of that, like, is the plan the red shirt? You looking to get after it first, true freshman, or did you guys
Uh,
got a plan?
there's really, it's really up in the air. There's no given like I'm gonna redshirt or I'm not gonna redshirt. It's really just up to, I mean, obviously what happens in the wrestle off, and then it's ultimately up to my coaches. I mean, I trust them with my whole heart, so I'm gonna listen to what they have to tell me, and if they say it might be best for you to wrestle this year, then I'm gonna do it because I know I'm gonna be ready, and I'm gonna be ready to go with all the stuff I'm doing, and I'm just gonna believe in myself. But if they say, hey, take this year red shirt, get ready for next year, then I believe in them, and I think that I'm just going to trust them and whatever they say, and that's how it's going to go. But no, there's no set yes or no yet. So we're just going
And
by.
what's nice is like even if you do get that red shirt, like with the five matches that you're allowed,
Right.
or whether it be tournaments, like you're definitely going to see some time, and like I think everybody's excited to see where Benny's at the college level because like you came in like especially at the Pittsburgh that wrestling classic like watching Rocco get bar and then you taking out Davis like two Penn Staters it was a good day for Buckeye Nation, I'll tell
It
you that. And
was.
bro, that back trip, like I legal, not legal, because like I've literally heard it, like it was talked about around. It was so beautiful. Like I
Right.
think Myers Poor said it the best. He was like, "Bro, legal, not legal. Like nasty is nasty," and that was
Right.
nasty. It was,
Yeah.
it was,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
How'd you feel about that, man? How'd you like leaving the Pittsburgh Classic? You and Rocco both winning. Like, what was the mindset like leaving that Pittsburgh Classic?
I mean, I felt invincible. I was ready to go win a world title, and an injury stopped me from doing that. But just being just like winning that match, and like I was really really sick the week before. Like the week after states, I was supposed to go to NCAAs, and I got sick and I couldn't go. Like I was really struggling. And I'm like, crap, I have the Pittsburgh Wrestling Classic 2 weeks, and I'm like, yeah, I got to get it together. So I took a whole week off. I couldn't even step on the mat, and then like I don't know why, but for me, it's when I take some time off, like 5 days, 4 days, I come back and I come back hungry. And that's how it was. I came back and I was just on a mission in practice. And I mean, the match was going okay at first, and then I mean, people say it was illegal. I've talked to so many people about it, and one, I don't really care. It's what the ref called. One, and two, I thought it was pretty. I mean, it's what I needed to do, and I did it, and
It
it's
was
done.
gorgeous, bro. It was one of the dopest things I've seen. I mean, I've been around the sport my whole life, and it was by far one of the. It was so slick. It was so slick. And then like you pull back points out of it. It was like what did he just like? But I feel like you're that kitchen sink type of guy. Like
Right.
you'll throw the kitchen sink at anybody, and I
Yeah.
feel like
Yeah.
that.
Earlier in that match, you saw me. I I went over under and I went inside trip and I went big. I mean, I
Yeah,
come up with it, but like that's how I scare people. That's how I get my leg attacks going. I'll get my underhook. I'll fake a shot and then I'll pull you upper body, and then that's how like my offense works, and that's how I open up attacks. So
I dig it though, and it is you. That is you. Like to where that honestly, it's what you're known for. Like
right,
yo,
no, yeah,
and
definitely,
Vinny's gonna go big, and it sometimes like 90% of the time, 98% of the time it works, and there might be a couple that it doesn't, but like as much as it has worked for you in your career, like it does make it like you gotta worry that this dude's gonna throw something at you that's like off the wall,
oh yeah,
nut,
definitely,
and it makes you unique, bro. It makes you I don't know that I've really ever seen anything like it, especially like you have your own way, bro, and I
right,
think that's why I love watching you wrestle. And to be honest, like I get if they redshirt you, like you said, man, they're setting you up for no matter what. It's for your best interest, and but man, I'm ready to see you in some scarlet and gray and getting after it, man. I
I'm
am,
pumped. Yeah, so
especially to walk down and through that fire and through the crowd and just it's a
yeah,
whole
I
nother.
live for that stuff. I mean, like in my head, like my freshman year, I weighed 96 pounds. I was odds are I wasn't making it to states. Like, and then I go out there and I won, and I'm like, now I'm looking at like this, just like that. Like people are like, oh, okay, like everyone's a 3 or 4 time state champ in college. That's how it is, like at the top level. So I'm like they're ready for a new name. So at 125 in the whole country. So I'm just
100%.
like looking at like not worrying about other people, just worrying about myself and focusing. And honestly, I like when there's pressure on me. I feel like that's when I wrestle my best. And like when I'm like the underdog, I feel comfortable in that situation.
And there is like, and I feel man, you said that so right too. Like, I appreciate you saying it because you just made a nice little 1 minute reel for me, like to post for us. But like, whenever I drop this video, but like straight up, like you're right. There like Spencer's gone, right? And that was he ran 125. Everybody expected him to be the four timer. Like Ramos got him this year, but at the end of the day, you're right. They're looking for another 125. Who's
Right.
another beast? You
Right.
know what I mean? We know Vinny's a beast.
Right.
Can be that guy. Like, and I'm gonna say yeah. Like, but I might be a little biased with it. They're gonna be like, ah, bro, you're a homer, like whatever. But at
Right.
the end of the day, like, I don't care where you would have went to school. I truly believe that like you can be that guy. Like,
I appreciate
I've
it.
watched you wrestle for years and long enough that like you did some of the same things that Spencer did in the same exact place. Like
Right.
so I'm excited for it, man. I am, and I'm sure you are, and I'm glad to hear like I guess what's been different since you showed up in Columbus rather than the way things were at Greater Latrobe and I'm
I mean,
sure a lot. What's the biggest thing that was like, whoa, all right, I'm in a different level here.
just being like every day wrestling with guys like Jesse Mendez, like in high school, you don't get that opportunity, and you got to think like, man, I'm wrestling with these kids that are placing at states, like, and I'm getting better that way. Could you imagine when you're wrestling with a freshman All American every day? Like,
He had such a fire ass tournament too. It was so fun to
oh,
watch.
dude, he's the nicest kid in the world. Like, helps me through things and does stuff for me, and that's what I'm saying. Like, you don't have that in high school. You don't have the Logan Stevers, the Jay Jaggers, the Tom Ryans. Like, you just don't have them. Like, and here you have them doing privates in the morning. Like, that, you just got to think you were getting better in high school like that. Could you imagine like in college when you're doing that every single day?
With some of the best names. I mean, you're talking about a four-time national champ, a world champion, Mr. Steber, and then you're looking at even Bo Jordan, like
Yeah,
who just killed it throughout his career. Jaggers, two-time national champ. It just unreal. I mean, and Coach Ryan to top it off, who just makes everything
yeah,
just the glue that holds it together, man. Like it's kind of scary when you really think about like what you've done without them, and then you add that kind of coaching staff and the kids that you, like you said, Jesse Mendez, Nick Bouzakis, Macron, like these dudes you get to roll around with on a daily,
right,
uh, Dylan D'Amelio, whoever the case may be, but like it's like, how can you not get better? Like,
right,
and it's lightweight, like holy shit, bro. Like, what are you like?
yeah,
How you might be that 125, bro. Like when I really sit back and look at it now, it's like you kind of got me looking at it in a different view. All of a sudden, it's like, yo, I I was already excited to see you, but it's like, man, you throw all that together, it's like, wow,
yeah.
man, kid's gonna be a dog.
Yeah, and these guys are like, I'm doing as much as I can to be a national champ this year, and the guys on my team are like in full, like, they're like, all right, what do you need? Like, I texted Dylan's a 149 pounder, and I'm like, hey Dylan, you want to wrestle tomorrow morning? Oh yeah, sure. Do you want me to pick you up? It's like things like that, and it's so special to like have a team like that, and just to be able to hey Jesse, you want to wrestle tomorrow? Sure, I have class at 10:20. Will you drop me off like after? Sure, no problem. Like, just to get a practice in, like, it's just so special to have like those guys around you, and it's
So
been
at the end of the day, like I love hearing that though, like just that you how cool you guys are, how close you are, especially Dylan. Like I mean, I haven't got to talk to Jesse yet, but like I've done an interview with Macron, done an interview with just got off with Buzakis 5 minutes ago. Uh, I hit Dylan D'Amelio. He's been my dude for God, dude. When he won his four state championships in Ohio, like just a solid man, and it, one of the one of my favorite interviews I got to do. But I, hearing that they're like that, and it's just like this family environment. It sounds like that you guys are all looking out for one another, and that's as a true freshman coming in that they're doing that for you. That's awesome. That it is. But what made you all right? So you go 131 and 12, three-time state champ, four-time state finalist. What made Ohio State separated from everybody else? What made it be like, yo, this is where I need to be? Something. What made them separate themselves out of everybody else?
um I'm gonna have to say the people here. It was a no brainer. Like, after I met the coaches and then met the kids, it was like, whoa, like, this place is special. And like, Columbus is a great place. I love it here. Like, I wouldn't trade it for anywhere else. And I feel like I needed to get, like, I wanted to get away, but I wanted to be close. I'm 3 hours from home. That's perfect. Like, if
Yeah.
my parents need to come see me, that's 3 hours away. It's easy. But then again, I wanted to be away. Like, I'm in a different state. I'm 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 living on my own, and I love. It was the people. Like, just like, you don't get much better people than Nick Feldman and those guys. Like, and that was the thing for me. I was like, man, the coaches here are just amazing, amazing people. Like they just want you to succeed, and they care about you. It's not just, oh, go win a match for us and go home. Like, no, they genuinely care, like, for us as people, and I just appreciate that so much. And that was really the ultimate decision.
That's huge, and that is, man. And you know what's crazy, bro? Is I've asked that question to everybody. I'm trying to get the whole squad hit, and I've got about 80% of y'all. And I'll be honest with you, they it's the same answer. So like, there's no doubt in my mind what you're telling me is 100, because it's exactly why Dylan chose it. It's exactly why Jesse chose it. It's exactly why Nick chose it. You know what I mean? Like,
But
it, it, it just this family environment to where, like, even outside of wrestling, like they care. And even with the Sammy situation going on, like how people have, like, they said like how Coach Ryan, and then like it was bigger than wrestling, like
oh yeah,
and it was like, and to be honest, you know what was sad is like my first thought was like it's Sammy Sasso. Like, as weird as this sounds, like it was like he's gonna be fine. Like, I had no idea. Like, it was on my birthday. My birthday was August 18th. So like I found out the next morning, like, yo, Sasso got shot. And I was like, I, like, what are you talking about? Like, I
yeah,
just DM'd him the other day. Like, he's getting on a show. He's straight. But like in my head, I was like, he's fine. Like Sammy Sasso. Like, I don't know why. It was kind of ignorant, really, when I look back and think about it. Like, I was just like, yo, he's supposed to win 157 national championships. Like, and it sounds ignorant, but like it was just like, man, I hope he doesn't lose that, because like he deserves it. And
right,
really, so much bigger than that. That like I like had to reel myself in and be like, oh, make
right,
sure he's straight. And then I heard how the coaches all approached it, man, and I think it gives you guys a whole different motivation, like to where it's like you guys are coming in the 14th ranked team in the country, and I don't
yeah,
know how that is, but if that ain't motivation enough, now the leader of your team, goes through something crazy, and you guys have every reason to have a fire lit underneath of you. You're a crazy young team, an unbelievably young team, and I think that's
definitely,
why 14 comes into play. But when you look at the youth of the team, the Vinny Kilkearys, the Nick Bouzakises, the Jesse Mendezes, the Nick Feldmans, the Geogs, like it's Grace Shoemates, and like it is a really young team, but it's like,
yeah,
man, it's a really strong team. And
yeah. Like,
how has that all worked out for you guys though? Like, is that where the mindset is in the room?
I mean, we the day those flow rankings came out, I was standing in the locker room and I hear sup number 15. I'm like, what? Who's that? And Jaggers comes walking through the locker room, just walking up to everyone saying sup number 15. And I realized why he was saying it. Like, I mean, it's all stipulation. That's all it is. And sure, if they want to think that, go ahead. We're going to prove you wrong. Like, I love that. It's going to motivate us, and I know it will. I mean, I hate hearing that. Number
Um,
15. Like, that's not us. That's not Ohio State. So I think we're gonna show that, and we're gonna go out there with a fire lit under us. We're gonna take this preseason, and we're gonna kill it. This first week, we pushed. That was the hardest I like. We were killing it, and I think people are gonna see it. And I mean, no matter what happens at the NCAA tournament, we'll see what happens. We'll see if number 15 holds true. I don't think it will. I mean, it might be an unpopular opinion, but we'll see.
No, I'm with you though. I'm with you. And I seen y'all running up the hill. Coach Ryan posted that you guys running up and down the hill right there in downtown, or right by campus, that whatever hill that is. And it was like, man, these boys they're getting it. Because I mean, I and like you could see, like, 'cause it was like rows of five of y'all, like going up the hill. And I mean, I bet you I watched every one, because I was like, shit, there's no kid. I was just looking for everybody. So I'm like, there's Rocco, there's Kilkeary. Oh, look, there's Dylan, and like there's Kartsla. Like, and it was just like, man, like y'all, like they're really getting ready.
Oh
Like
yeah,
how was that? Like running up that hill, and it just, because it looked like, whew,
yeah.
it looked
It was
like
it was tough. I mean, we pushed. We were pushing to the point of puking. I mean,
yeah,
we all want to be champions here, and that's the like thing. We all want to be great, and we're trying to do things that will make us great. And we call it Grandview Hill. And when it was Grandview Hill Day, it was time to go, and we pushed for 12 times up that hill. We pushed in two buddy carries, and we didn't stop. And I think that's just we just want to be great. And I think we're doing everything we can, and we just need to keep pushing and pushing and pushing.
I like that though, bro. Like for a true freshman to come in and look at it the way that you do is unique. And I've talked to a lot. Um, Rocco, and you have a very similar mindset though. Like, and I've talked to guys from Iowa coming in, guys from Penn State, like I said earlier, guys from Arizona State, and I feel, and this nothing against anybody else, but it's just like you have this mindset that's very different than others, to where it's like you would think that you've been here for 2 3 years. Just uh yeah, you speak like you've already been in college for 2 3 years, like you're ready to go through the grind, you're ready to do whatever it takes to get to where be.
I looked at it like this. And when I came here, I was like, I can either take the back seat and know I'm gonna redshirt and be like, okay, whatever, have a whole year, don't have to push as hard, or I could go, I'm gonna win this thing, and I'm gonna push every day because I'm gonna have to do the workouts no matter what. They're meant like you can either you can milk them and be like, or you can go out there and try to win every single go, every single run. And it's funny, the other day, we do a mile and a half time, and then that sets kind of like your pace for our runs. And Dylan and another kid ran the faster ones, so they were one line behind us, and then me and a group of kids were the second to fastest. And then it would go the whole way around the track, and you'd have to run like two consecutive laps. And Dylan looks at me and goes, hey, Vinny, you better run. I'm gonna catch you. And it's just a fun competition of just
I like
making
that.
each other better. And like during we came the last we did six of them, and then it was the last lap of the two, and we get into the last corner rounding, and we're right next to each other, and it is a full sprint. It's just like fun competition to make each other better. Like, and we smiled after it before, called each other a few things, and we loved it, and it made both of us better right there. So I mean, I just like I said, I can't be happier to be around, and it makes working hard easier. Like being around people I love. Like I wouldn't want to work hard like around people that are like don't want to be great. Everyone here wants to be great, so it's easy.
Yeah, and that is, and that's the truth too, especially with Dylan. I'm glad to see that, like, you kind of had a little something with Dylan, because at the same time, like, I feel like there's nobody that he's one of my favorite wrestlers, and he's All American once, took eight. And it'll, and I've literally said this on my show several times. Like, why I love him so much is because he can be down 6-1 with 20 seconds to go, and
Yeah,
they go out of bounds, and he will dead sprint back to the center, and he is not stopping until the match is over. Like, he don't care. Like, you know what I mean? And it's I just I you can't you can't I don't care who your team is, who you love, who you follow. Like, you got to watch Dylan D'Amelio and be like, damn, that boy loves this. He lives for this. He
yeah.
eats. He breathes it.
We were
And I'm glad that you got with
yeah we were working out the other day, and I go, hey, I'm not trying to like blow your head up or anything, but you're probably one of my favorite people to drill with here. And he's like, yeah, and he's the nicest kid in the world about it. He's like, I appreciate it. And I'm like, don't get me wrong, I'm not hyping you up or anything. You don't have to.
him.
And I'm like, but just drilling with him, it just teaches me a lot. And with an older guy, it helps me. Helps me work through positions and stuff, and I love that.
Absolutely, man. And that's why I really do. And like, even when I look back, and I mean, there's killers everywhere. Penn State, Iowa's, Michigan, Minnesota's, Michigan's. I mean, there's good wrestlers everywhere. But I feel like with where you're at and like where you chose to go, like, I feel like you put yourself in such a great position. Like, I really do. Like, I really, I can't keep saying it enough. Like, I'm excited to just see where this leads for you. Like, as
I
you
appreciate it.
come in already as a dog, bro. Like, as somebody that people are already like, you gotta fear this kid because you don't know what he's gonna throw at you. And now you put him in a room where he just worked with some of the best kids and coaches in the country for the last 6 months. And now you're gonna go wrestle him? Like, all right, like I ain't trying to toe the line with you, bro. Like, but I mean, it is, man. It's exciting regardless of what happens. But I know that at the end of the day, like, is there a certain coach that you've clicked with the most, like to like in the room, like that you work with more? Is it Jaggers? Is it Stieber? Or is there a certain one
Uh,
that kind of hit it with this coach a little harder than the rest?
no, really, I mean, I've been bouncing from every single one. I take something from every one. You know what I mean? Like Saturday, I wrestled with Jay and Logan. Like I wrestled with Logan first half of the practice, then Jay the second half, and then the previous week I wrestled with Tom in the mornings. Like it's just I try to consume stuff from everybody, and I try to listen to them as much as I can. Like I take different little pieces from each one, and I think that's what you have to do. I mean, obviously, you have coaches that you're gonna take stuff from, but like I even Bo, I take things from him, even though he's the bigger guy coach. You know what I mean? So it
Oh,
doesn't
yeah.
mean anything to me. I still take knowledge from him. I ask questions. Me and him click like that, and then like, and then I can wrestle with Logan, and I can wrestle with Jay, and I can wrestle with Tom. I mean, Tom's a little big, but he likes to lay on me a lot. But I can talk with them, and I can learn stuff from them. So I wouldn't say like I'm married to one coach specifically yet, and I don't know if I will be, but I'm just trying to get as much knowledge as I can from everyone.
I like that, bro. And what's crazy is like you come in as a true freshman and you get to roll around with. I mean, between just your two coaches, like with Jay and Logan, like you're looking at 6 national championships, like and that in itself is,
Special.
oh, bro, I'm jealous. Like, but I honestly, but like all joking aside, like man, I think that it's just gonna make you such an amazing wrestler. And
Oh yeah.
what's even better though, like if you sit here and you really think about like soaking in what Logan Stever can bring, soaking in what Jay Jaggers can do. And there's two different styles too. Like with like Jay was so beautiful with his cradles, and like Logan was amazing with his rides. And it's like you like you said, like if you take a little bit of each one of them, like and then with what you have bring like, and you don't wrestle like anything, like you have your own like uniqueness, like so you're adding Vinny Kilkeary with Logan Stever, Jay Jaggers, Tom Ryan, a little bit of Bo, and it's like
Yeah. Who are you
holy
gonna get?
shit,
Right.
yeah, like oh, like so I'm definitely how is there, are you gonna pursue a freestyle too, or is it like do you have a preference between the two? Is it folk style freestyle? Is there
Oh,
anything that
I mean, the ultimate dream's to win a Olympic title, right? So, and I'm gonna seriously pursue that, and that's a lifetime goal for me. As soon as I could make sense of what the Olympics rings were, I wanted to be an Olympic champion, and I'm gonna do every cycle I can until I can't anymore. And if that doesn't work out, then figure it out from there. But my goal is to be an Olympic champion, and that's the ultimate goal. So I want to keep pushing and pushing for that.
what was the injury you had? Was it the elbow flared up again? Because I know you took a month off here to your
Yeah,
senior year.
I got a pretty nasty concussion. I got yeah. So I was like it was a week or two before, and it was like right on the edge of my doctor said, listen, you can go. Well, I'm close with my doctor, and he talks to me like kind of his son, and he looks at me and goes, "You can either go and wrestle, and you might be all right, but if you land on your head again, we're looking at months." And I'm like man, like,
Yeah,
and then he
hit you on the.
he looks at me and he goes, "You're not going." I said, "Yeah." So I called my coaches up, told them the situation, and they understood it and they're like, that's a great idea. We want you here. We want you here getting better. We don't want you sitting out for months. So
Right.
that was the decision.
Doesn't make sense. Not whenever you got a whole bunch of time to make U20s,
Right.
and then
I
next
got
year possibly U23s on top of senior levels coming up. You'll have 2, 3 cycles to be able to go through and do these Olympic deals. Why push it right now?
right.
Like so, yeah. Now, good call, bro. Because yeah, and I can appreciate Doc for saying that. Like, good for him for looking out like that.
Yeah.
Because it, like they said, like this is just as a fan and a dude that runs a podcast. Like, bro, we want you healthy. We want you
Right.
here, sprucing out for months whenever we can get grinding and watch you get better.
Right, man. Yeah, and that's exactly how that conversation went.
I'm glad, bro. Like I'm, I'm excited for you, Vinny. I am,
Thank you.
bro. But I'll tell you what, bro. Like I ain't even gonna. I ain't because like when I sit here, I look at everything, and if people don't know about like, I think you're gonna put your name on the map. I think you have amazing things coming. I think, like I said, I think you set yourself up for success, bro. I'm super excited for your future and everything, man. It was a blast watching you at Latrobe. It, and I can't wait to see what you do, bro.
I
And
appreciate it.
South Circuit in the NCAA's, like I'm more than ready to get to Columbus, man. Get to meet you, shake your hand, and watch you go smoke people in Columbus and wherever it takes you, brother.
Definitely. I really appreciate you having me on and
Yes, sir.
talking with me.
Yeah, absolutely, my man. Make sure we'll definitely keep in touch. And like I said, I'll be in Columbus. So actually, I got something I want to give you whenever I link up with you. So
I really
uh,
appreciate it.
yeah, no doubt. And stay healthy, man. Keep that head, keep that elbow. Keep doing your thing. Keep following the right people, man. It sounds like you're on the right path, and we're excited for you. So just stay doing what you're doing, brother, and
I will.
we'll stay in touch. And uh,
Definitely.
let's
I
go win some
appreciate
national
it.
titles, bro.
Will do.
All right, my man.
All right. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Later, brother.
Later.
Vinny Kilkeary. I've been chasing him for I ain't gonna lie. Like lightweight, like he don't get on social media, so like usually like I can get right on. And this is him beating Luke Luadol right here. Like he's a dog. I promise you. Like if you don't play me and Luke, you know Luke's a dog, like Lightning Luke. Like he's a beast. Penn State. But if this ain't something that doesn't get you fired up, doesn't get you excited, like seeing Vinny Kilkeary, 3-time state champ out of Pennsylvania, uh, 4-time state finalist, and sitting in such an amazing spot at Ohio State. Like, I can't wait to see what this kid brings. Like, uh, I think Ohio State's going to be sitting a good 125 no matter what because Brendan McCrone's a dog, a man, a monster on top. Vinny brings a whole nother element to it because like he really does. Like if you ain't watched him, please go watch him. Like, and I'm sure if you're watching this, you probably have because you gotta love wrestling to be watching this. But the kid will throw anything at you at any time. He'll throw them under hooks and just like go with like he's beautiful with these trips, like a lightweight, like Vincenzo Joseph, like uh, whenever him and Alex Marinelli would get after it, like he'd always try to hit you with them, well, both of them, Marinelli, like they both would go with these trips, and it was just such like who was gonna hit it, and it, and he'll do some crazy, he's crazy, like he ain't scared, he ain't scared, that's for sure, and it's what I'm just like I said, whenever you put him with these coaches that they have at Ohio State, like it is going to be fun. Ohio State got a dog coming at 125. I appreciate him joining us. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, follow us. Uh, the Beckley Wrestling Show. We're new. We're just starting here, but man, we got a long way to go. We ain't stopping until we get to the top. I promise you that. So keep following, man, and thank you guys as always. Um, we appreciate it. Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, just hit us up. And if you guys know of anybody that you want on here, let us know, and we'll gladly get them on the show. And let's just keep talking some wrestling because whenever it gets me excited, like if in a year from now talk to me about this episode and be like, bro, Kilkeary's for real. So, and he is. I already know that he is. I'm excited for his career. But thank you again for watching. Y'all take care. Love you.